We are here at the Nungua landing beach to speak to these fisherfolk to know what's really the problem with the closure of the fishing season.
Sunday, seeking you know your person, Kumina, Obiala, Lesha, Mana, Ubina, Tiwani, Prima, Babyala.
The government's nationwide restricted fishing season, which began in 2019, appears to have had a favorable influence on the harvest. The goal is to rebuild the depleted fish stocks. Some anglers are dissatisfied with the date of the season's end. With only a few weeks until the start of this year's nationwide closed fishing season, some fishermen are requesting a date modification. Francis, who has worked in the fishing industry for over 40 years, explains that while the season is closed, foreign trawlers are allowed to fish. Foreign nationals, he claims, kill the fish with their fishing methods. He considers it as distressing and he believes it undermines the closure's purpose. We would be glad if authorities close the sea in May and opens it in June for us. You still find trawlers on shore during the closure of the sea. How will they deal with the trawler operators? What information will be given to the trawler operators? They kill all the fishes with their method of fishing before the sea is opened. This is very disturbing and it takes away the motive behind the closure. Authorities must close the sea to both local fisherfolk and the foreigners. Secondly, during the closure, life becomes very difficult. With the current economic situation wreaking havoc on all enterprises, Joyce, a long-time angler, says life has become miserable for them. She said that after the closure last year, many of the children in the community were involved in a variety of vices.
We are suffering. After the closure of the sea last year, many of the youth in the community resorted to stealing. Fishing is our source of livelihood. That is what we use to educate our children. I go fishing myself, and I have 3 children. All of them go fishing as well. The timelines for the closure this year will greatly affect us as compared to the previous years. So we are pleading with the authorities to reconsider their decision.
But he believes that changing the date will help them do more. He noted that the month for the closure in 2020 was fine for them, but that of last year and this year's July to August month will have a negative influence on their business and livelihoods due to the hardship. We are hungry. The situation is worrying. The May-August closure will not be favorable at all. Fishing is our only source of income. The timeline for last 2 years was okay. To be frank with you, we were happy. Many of these fishermen have entreated their leaders to speak with the ministries about their mounting fears with respect to the closure, but it appears that these efforts have been ineffective. Looking around, this clearly tells you what these fisherfolk go through on daily basis. I earlier engaged them and I was being told that last year's closure, that was within the months of July to August, was not the best. As fisherfolk, they prefer the month of April and May. For Joy Business, James Ishen.
Obosu kwelulu eben akan sa follow anje na umo no bobo nso kase na